In 1960, U.S. Representative to the United Nations, Henry Cabot Lodge Jr. points to the spot on the U.S. Great Seal, a 1945 gift from the Soviets that hung in Spaso House for decades, where it had been bugged, providing proof of Soviet espionage to the UN Security Council. The theremin device inside was activated by external electromagnetic signals, making it difficult to detect. During the Cold War, the Soviets used microwaves to bug the US Embassy in Moscow, and the first use of microwaves to activate a bugging device in Spaso House was discovered in 1951. Diplomats were kept in the dark about this, and the interagency community formed groups to study the phenomenon, including blood studies of Moscow Embassy personnel. The Moscow signal was a series of microwave transmissions that affected the US Embassy in Moscow in the 1970s. The purpose of these transmissions remains unknown, but there are theories that suggest they were being used to activate listening devices or to jam American electronic devices. The embassy staff became concerned about potential health effects due to exposure to the microwaves, and lawsuits were filed against the US government. A study by the Johns Hopkins University School of Hygiene and Public Health found no evidence of adverse health effects, but some have criticized the study's methodology and called for a more comprehensive re-evaluation. The controversy surrounding the Moscow signal continues to this day. While studies concluded that microwaves were not harmful, some scientists objected and believed that the Soviets were using embassy employees as test subjects for low-level electromagnetic radiation experiments. Similarly, the personnel at the U.S. Embassy in Havana reported experiencing mysterious sounds and physical symptoms consistent with brain injury. Officials initially suspected that a sonic weapon was the cause, but a new theory has emerged suggesting that microwaves may be responsible. Microwaves can potentially cause severe auditory symptoms, a phenomenon known as the Frey effect. While it is clear that microwaves powerful enough to heat tissues can do real damage to the body and induce auditory symptoms, there are practical questions around how a microwave weapon would work, as it would have to be located on a direct line with the embassy and target specific individuals. No evidence of such a device has been publicly presented. Today's Havana Syndrome is like déjà vu all over again, as Yogi Berra might have put it. In 2016, reports of peculiar symptoms in Americans and Canadians in Havana, Cuba were treated with skepticism, including theories of a psychogenic illness. However, reports of Havana Syndrome gradually spread to other embassies around the world. The Havana Syndrome has affected over 1,500 people in 96 countries, causing symptoms such as vertigo, nausea, and brain fog. U.S. intelligence suggests that it is unlikely to be caused by a foreign adversary or directed energy weapon, but rather by possible environmental factors and pre-existing medical conditions in many cases. Victims felt their complaints were not being taken seriously, leading to Congress passing the Havana Act to mandate treatment for those affected. In December 2020, an analysis concluded that microwaves were the likely cause, but the source of the beams and the motive behind them remain unanswered. U.S. intelligence agencies have released a report stating that there is no credible evidence that foreign adversaries are behind the mysterious neurological ailments experienced by U.S. government employees and military personnel. The review was conducted by multiple intelligence agencies and concluded that it was unlikely that a U.S. adversary had the capabilities to cause these symptoms. The report has been dismissed by Mark Side, an attorney representing around 24 people experiencing these symptoms, who argues that absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Despite this, CIA Director Williams Burns has emphasized the agency's obligation to take care of its personnel, and the House Intelligence Committee has stressed the need to provide care and support to those reporting symptoms. Likewise, Director of National Intelligence, Avril Haines, released a statement sharing key judgments and investigative efforts from the intelligence community assessment on anomalous health incidents, EYES. Most intelligence community agencies have now concluded that it is very unlikely a foreign adversary is responsible for the reported anomalous health incidents. Symptoms reported by U.S. personnel were probably the result of factors that did not involve a foreign adversary. Thanks for watching the video. Please like, share, and subscribe our channel for more such videos.